Hey everyone and welcome back. In this video we are building a project named as Inventory Management System using Python and object-oriented programming. So first I will show you the sample output. We can choose options to add a product where we enter its name, price and quantity. If we select option 2, we can update the stock, either adding or removing items. Option 3 let us view all the products currently in our inventory, and option 4 shows us the total inventory value. We will use two classes, one for a single product and one for the whole inventory. So let's start by defining our product class. To define the class, we write class and then the name of the class, and after that we end it with a colon. And then I am going to make this constructor method def double underscore init double underscore, and I will define here three things: name, price and the quantity, and I will store them inside the object using self. So I will write here self.name is equal to name, self.price is equal to price, and self.quantity is equal to quantity. So this method basically will run automatically whenever we create a new product. And now let's add a method to display the product details. For example, name, price and stock. And this will help us to see what's inside our inventory, right? So I will create this method display underscore info. And in order to display the information I just have described, I am using this print statement where we will have the information for self.name, self.price and self.quantity. And now let's test what we have written yet so far. So I will create here a product and I will save the information in p1. So p1 is equal to product, and I need to define three things: name, price and quantity. So name will be string value and other will be integer values, and then I will call this display info method. And now let's run this code, and as you can see the product information has been displayed. But as you can see, this information is written too close, so in order to better visualize, we can format it like this. And as you can see, this is now written in a better way. And as I have created one product, we can create another product. For example, pen, and the second product is bat. And we can use this display info method to display its information. And this should be p2, or we can use any other name. And as you can see, the information of both of the products which we have created in order to test has been displayed. Okay, and now it's time to make another method in order to update the stock. This lets us increase or decrease the quantity of a product, and it updates the quantity and print the new stock level. Okay, so first I will write here self.quantity plus equal update, and then I will print the updated value. So I need to write here stock updated for this product, and the updated stock is here. Okay, so now let's test this. So I'm going to write here p1 dot update underscore stock, and let's say that we update the value by 12, and as you can see the stock is updated for the product pen. The previous stock and the updated stock is written over here. And now that our product class is ready, let's create another class called inventory. This one will manage multiple products, adding, viewing and calculating total value. Okay, so I'm creating here another class which is called as inventory. After creating this class, first I will then create this constructor method. So inside this constructor method, I will create an empty list called products. It will basically store all the product objects we add. For example, pen, ball, bat or any other product along with its value will be stored in this list. And in order to add the products inside of the inventory, I will create here add product method. So I'm writing here add underscore product. So I'm writing here self comma product. So basically in above method we have a list self dot products here. So we will add any new product inside of this list. For that I'm writing here self dot product dot append. Okay, so any product new that will be created will be added inside of the list, and after that this message will be displayed: product has been successfully added inside of the inventory. And now let's test this. For that I need to comment this section, and after that I am creating an object store, and then I will call this method store.add_product. And since we have already created P1 and P2 products, so I will add P1 inside of the inventory, and as you can see this message has been displayed: the product has been added inside of the inventory. And now let's also include the second product P2, and as you can see the product with along with its name, pen and bat both have been added inside of the inventory. But there can be a problem if the same product will repeat. This program basically repeat itself again. The pen is added two times, which is incorrect. So what this method should do before adding, it check if that product already exists or not. So it should tell that this product already exists inside of the inventory, because we have the method to update stock as well. So only new products should be added inside of the inventory, and for the rest the stock should be updated. So here I have basically used a loop that basically checks if the product already exists inside of the inventory or not. If it exists, it should print this method that this product is already existed inside of the inventory. Okay, so this program basically has a problem. It should be written self.products, because the list that we are using is self.products. So it should be verifying inside of the list. And now let's run this program, and as you can see, as expected, in the third line of the program it says that this product pen has been already existed inside of the inventory. Now I'm going to just remove this print statement. So I will repeat again what this add_product method will do. Before adding, it checks if the product already exists. If yes, it shows a message; otherwise it appends the product to our list. And now moving on to the next method, which is view products. It will loop through all products and call each product display info method. That's how we will print the entire inventory list. So I am using this for loop, and inside of this loop I am basically using this display info method, and it will display the information of all products. So here I am going to call this method here, and as you can see this is basically the inventory list which is being displayed using this view_product method. And since you can see we have these two products, pen and bat, but what if we have an empty list? So in that case it should display that our inventory is empty, which this method currently is not doing. If I run this program, and as you can see our list is empty but it is not displaying the information. So what I will do, I will add here an if statement that if the self.products have not anything inside of it, it will display the method that the inventory list is empty. Now if I run this program, it shows that method that the inventory list is empty. Otherwise it should display the inventory list which I am adding here in the else block, and it should display here the message inventory list. Okay, so I will remove these comments, and now let's test this again. And now it displays the inventory list message, and under that the inventory list. So now it is working correctly. And now I will write the code to tackle a situation. We have a method which is called as update stock, but there can be a situation where the user wants to update the stock and the product even does not exist inside of the inventory. So it basically will validate that situation. So when the user wants to update the stock, it would first check that if the name matches the name inside of the inventory product or not. So that will be done by using the for loop. So it will basically check inside of the self.product list whether the name of the product that the user wants to update the stock exists inside of the inventory list or not. For that, I am using the if statement product.name.lower equal name.lower. So in that case, the product store will get update. Otherwise, it will display a method that the product is not available inside of the inventory. And now let's test this program. First, I will comment this view product method, and then I will write here this code store.update stock. So as you can see, we have this pen product already added inside of the inventory. We have this product inside of the inventory, and if we now want to update the stock, it is possible. But what if the product does not exist inside of the inventory? For example, if I add here a ball product which is not added inside of the inventory first, then it will display this method that the product ball is not available inside of the inventory. So first the ball needed to be added by using the add product method, and then the stock will be updated. Okay. And finally, I will create this method total underscore value that basically calculates the total worth of all products in stock by multiplying price and quantity for each item. So first I will need to make a variable first here named as total, and it should have a value equal to 0 first. And then I will use this for loop, and then I will multiply the price and the quantity for each product. So total plus equal product dot price multiplied by product dot quantity, and this should basically tell us the total money that we have spent on the inventory. So a message should be displayed total inventory value is this much, which the total variable will tell us. And now I'm going to call this inventory underscore value method here. And now let's test this program, and as you can see we have an error. Basically two values are being displayed because I have written this print statement inside of the for loop, and now we have this value. In order to validate it, I will further simplify it then, and I will basically comment the update stock value, and now I think 500 plus 15 should be 515. And as you can see our calculation is working fine, so we have validated that as well. And now since we have tested all the methods and the classes, basically we have two classes, and inside of these classes we have multiple methods. And now finally we need to create the main program, which is basically this menu. So it should first display the inventory menu, and then we should be displayed multiple options. So first will be add product, second will be update stock, third will be view products, fourth will show the total inventory value. The fifth should be exit to the program if we use the while loop, which we will use later. So after the menu is displayed, first there should be the user input. So a message should be displayed to enter your choice. And for example, if the user picks 1, then we need to define that condition here inside of the if block. So I'm writing here if choice equal 1, then basically it should allow the user to add the product. So first the user will be adding the name of the product, and this is also a user input. Then the user will enter the price of the product, which basically is a float value because the price can be 15.2 or 20.5 or any floating point value. Then the user have to enter the quantity, which is basically an integer value. And then I will call this constructor method, which is basically from the product class. And after that I will use this store.add underscore product. So I have written store is equal to inventory before the menu as well. And if I run this program, and let's test the one choice, and if I enter 1, and as you can see the user can enter the name of the product, the price and the quantity, and the product has been added inside of the inventory. So we are done with the choice 1, and in a very similar way by using the elif statements we can write the code for the update stock, for view products, and to add total inventory value. For the choice number 2, first the user need to enter the name of the product, and then the user will enter the quantity to be added or removed. So the quantity should be entered. If the quantity is positive, a positive value will be added, and if the stock has to be removed or reduced, then it should be a negative value. And then I'm simply calling this method update underscore stock. And very similar way we can add the rest of the choices. As you can see, the next choice is to view products. So I am simply calling this store.view.products method, this one, and it will do its job. And then finally we have the fourth choice, which is to display the total inventory value. And we have a specific method for that that will display the total inventory value. And if the user enter anything else, it will display invalid entry or invalid choice. Now let's test this program. And as you can see, first I will add a product, its price and quantity, and the product has been added inside of the inventory. And in order to iterate over and over again, I am using this while loop. So while should be true, and I will add this indentation by selecting the entire code and pressing the tab button. Now if I run this program, it will iterate over and over again. But we do not have any exit button, which we will add later. So first, this product has been added inside of the inventory, and the second choice is to update the stock. So previous quantity was 5, and now I have added 12, so current value is updated to 17. And we can add another product. So I have written the choice 1, and I have added another product which has been added inside of the inventory. In order to display, we choose the third option, and in order to show the total inventory value, we choose the fourth option. And as I have said earlier, that in order to exit from the loop, we should add the fifth choice, and that is to exit. And I will have to write that choice after the choice number 4, and it will simply show a message exiting inventory. So that's all for this tutorial, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.